So guys, today class we'll be discussing about the WAF lab setup. What are the resources required and what is the license part? How to provision WAF, because we have many modules, but we only want to use F5 ASM in our module. Then we will talk about the IP address and VLAN schema. So in this case, guys, you require 3 images. One, I'll be opening, that is the VMware workstation. This is how it looks like. In this, you will have one image called Big IP. When I click on Write Settings, you will able to see I have given only 4.4 GB RAM because we only use ASM in it. Rest, this I will be talking about, we will be using 4 interfaces. So I will tell you what are the 4 interfaces. First, you need to install VMware Workstation 15. That image we have shared on the group. If you did not receive, check the previous messages. And after the class, I will be sharing again. You can ping me, I will be sharing you again this image. And all the labs will be done in this. First criteria for lab setup is VMware Workstation 15. After that, you install this, you need to import one image called Big IP 12 version and one image called PHP auction. So these are the 2 images which you need to install in your VMware workstation. So you just need to double click. Once you install this, first step is to install this. After that, you need to double click this. This will be open like this. You need to double click this. This will be open. I will show you. This one. So this one is my PHP auction. If I do settings, so I have only given 112 MB RAM to this. So on F5, you can give 5 GB or 6 GB depending on your RAM. If you have 8 GB, give 5 GB. If you have 16 GB, try to increase to 7 to 8 GB RAM. Now, I am talking about how the network layer we need to allocate. So what we have in F5, guys, you installed VMware Workstation. Second, you imported F5 image. Third, you import PHP image. Okay. Once you import this, you have to give RAM or more than 5 GB is enough. You can give 512 MB to PHP. That's it. Hard disk, you can keep it default. Now, the main agenda which I want to show you is the network setup of virtualization. So first, you need to go here in edit, click on virtual network editor. So when I install F5, guys, I will tell you the logical diagram. We will be using 4 interfaces. One for management. So when you install an F5 load balancer, this is a load balancer and it also acts as a security device. So F5 by default, I told you on first class, it is acting as a load balancer, plus it also protects from layer 7 attacks. We will see how it does. Everything we will discuss in detail. And we will talk about OWASP top 10 also. So all the traffic. So in our topology, I will show you one topology which you will understand. Maybe you people have not watched the videos. First, this is the topology which I'll be following in our lab. I have a laptop which is on IP, Wi-Fi IP 192.168.1.x/24. So can you see there are F5 image. F5 has how many interface? One interface is called management. I'll be giving this IP schema. Please save this picture. It will help you lifetime. This IP we will give for management. So my management IP I can give from this subnet. So I'll be keeping my subnet 137.60. Anything you can give. And IP address layer 3 subnet I will be assigning to management is 192.168.137.0. And subnet mask is /24, 255.255.255.0. Next thing, guys, can you see one of the interfaces called external? When I discuss about F5, guys, F5 is acting as a full proxy architecture. What does it mean is when client wants to access any website and website is hosted on your PHP. Here your website is hosted. Now client wants to access. So there is a device middleman which is acting. So that is why it is called proxy. So in this case, there will be two sessions which we discussed. One between client to F5 that we discussed in our first class. You can check videos. If you have doubt, you can ask me in Q&A. So one TCP handshake will be happened between client to F5 and one TCP handshake will be happening between F5 to the server. So this PHP can be act as a web server. Some people will say web server. Some people can say app server. And after that, there is a database. I don't care. Now, we have two interfaces of F5. This I will take as an external world because my website I want to access from external. So I will have one external subnet and that will be the bridge subnet. And that IP schema is 192.168.1.0/24. I will tell you how you can configure on VMware workstation, but this is how we configure it. After that, guys, this is the external interface you have configured. This interface I will tell you, don't worry on that, but F5 interfaces are in this 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. You will see F5 interface in this way. After that, guys, once you did this, now you need to see how the internal world is. Internal world, I will be taking 10.2.2.0/24. All the application will be hosted on my internal world. So F5 has one internal interface, one external, and one for management. Your management interface does not have any dependency on this. Simple. Now I will draw a table to understand how I will do the NIC card settings and how I will configure F5. You just remember that my external network will be 192.168.1.0/24. My management subnet will be 137.0 and my internal world is 10.2.2.0/24. That's all needed. Once we do HA, we will take one HA interface. HA is not needed, but I will help you to configure HA also later on. So I'll be taking HA network as 10.1.1.0/24. That's the lab topology, guys. You need to remember. We'll be installing PHP, Unix, everything here on this server. That you will come to know later on once we discuss WAF. But this part is very, very critical. Because lab setup is one of the things which takes time. If you understand this, other things are easy. Now, I will draw one topology or one picture representation to help you. So I will take F5 interface. I'll be taking adapter. This is called VMware adapter name. And what is the configuration? So this all we need to discuss now. After that, subnet. Subnet I have told you, but I will draw a subnet. Then one more field column called VLAN, on which VLAN we need. So we have how many VLANs, guys? We have one VLAN for management, one VLAN we will be using for external, and one VLAN for internal. And later on, one VLAN we will use for HA connectivity. So my F5 interface, which is called is management interface. And management interface, I'll be using it with Vimnet 8. And configuration, I will do it NAT. And subnet is 192.168.137.0/24. Okay, guys. Now, what I need to do is another interface, external. An external interface is Vimnet 0, and I will take to bridge network. That I will show you, don't worry, just remember this table, what IPs I am using, 1.0/24. Another world is internal, and that is on Vimnet 2. So these are your NIC adapter on VMware, and these are your F5 interface. So one interface you will see management, I will show you. One interface will 1.21, 1.2 like that. And that I will make it host only. And IP address 10.2.2.0/24. Okay, guys. Now, what I will do, you just save this picture for 2 minutes, then I will start. I will draw one topology now for you guys. Or let's go by this diagram, it's easy. Now I will turn on my VMware workstation. So this is how your VMware workstation will be. And you will be installing VMware Workstation 15 Pro. And you have imported two images. One is PHP and one is big IP. That's it. Now I will go to edit, virtual network adapter. Now, once you get here, you just need to click change settings. Now guys, once you go here, you will see I have 4 interfaces configured. And how to add interfaces or remove interface, you can add like this. Let's say you have only this interface. You need to add 4 interfaces, add. Click on add and you will click add. So can you see, I have 4 interfaces. I told you, Vimnet 8 will be my management. Vimnet 2 is for my internal. Vimnet 1 for HA and Vimnet 0 for external. My virtual VIP subnet will be from this network. My internal application will be from internal network. Management is to access the management network. Simple, guys. So you need to add these 4 interfaces in your laptop. Vimnet 0, Vimnet 1, Vimnet 2, and Vimnet 8. Very, very important. And Vimnet 0, guys. Vimnet 0, you need to tag with bridge to your Wi-Fi. So you can see Wi-Fi name here. Click here on Wi-Fi properties. Here you will see. Downwards, you can see the name. My name of Wi-Fi is Intel Dual Band Wireless AC 7265. So that's why I have selected here Intel Dual Band Wireless AC 7265. Whatever you have right now, it's auto bridging. I need to correct. Like this, you change. Then apply, okay. After that, we will go to Vimnet 1. Now, if you go to Vimnet 1, you need to select here host only, and you tick here both the mark, and this is for HA. My IP network is 10.1.1.0, and my subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. Okay, this is for HA. Now, you go into Vimnet 2, just add subnet IP, host only. These two turn on 10.2.2.0, 255, 255, 255.0. And one interface, I will configure it for management. Here you need to select NAT. And you need to select 192.168.137.0. Okay, guys. So this is how your F5 looks like. You need to be very careful on this part. You can note down. One, I will talk. You don't need to give any IP on the bridge network because this is will take Wi-Fi. It will get an IP from Wi-Fi network. Vimnet 1, I'll give 10.1.1.0, Vimnet 2, 10.2.2.0, and Vimnet 8, 192.168.137.0. So that is how you need to grab it. You need to be very careful on this part. You can save it, then I will proceed further because I want everyone to do this lab. Now, let's go into F5. You have given this, you go into F5, you have turned on this machine, now go to settings. Now here guys, you need to click memory. Here, can you see these 4 interfaces? Let's say you don't have any interfaces here, you need to add like this. Click on network adapter, add. One interface will be added. If you want to remove, remove. We need only 4 interfaces. So are you getting the logic? There I have assigned IP, here I am assigning L2. Because F5 4 interfaces I have to give somewhere, right? Here I am giving. First interface, I have selected management. But here is the catch, guys. In your case, maybe first interface is not management. So what you need to check it, there is a logic. Your MAC address of this interfaces should match with MAC address of F5 interface. I'll tell you how you can check it. If it is not matching, your GUI will be not accessible. Sometimes people will say, sir, hey, I'm not getting GUI of F5. So what I will say, you try to check the MAC address. Let's say first interface I have selected as a management. So how to check the MAC address? I will go to advanced. This one is the MAC address of my management. And when I turn on F5, I need to check. How I will check it? My F5 is turned on. So one thing I forgot to tell you, when you log in into F5 through CLI, username is root and password is default. When you log in via GUI, username is admin and password is admin. So how to check the MAC address? We checked the MAC address. I click on right click settings. My first interface is my management interface. So I click here NAT advanced and MAC address 1922. I will click here, go to, so you will see a screen like this. Now you need to type TMSH. So when you get into this screen, you need to type first TMSH. So F5 deals with your Linux operating system, TMOS. By default, it is in Linux shell. Now you need to jump into TMOS to run the command. So you need to go type the command list network interface. Now, can you see that there are 4 interfaces in F5? 1, 2, 3, and management. I told you there are 4 interfaces, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and management. So that is how it is looking like. Now, if you see management MAC address 1922. Now let's see what was the MAC address here. Go to settings. What was the MAC address? 1922. Is it matching? Correct. If let's say it's not matching here, maybe this Vimnet 1 MAC address, it was 1922. Then you need to select here NAT. Whatever MAC address is matching with F5 interface. Let's say I've chosen this as external. So it should match. I will see what is the MAC address 192C. Now Vimnet 1 is for HA, right? Now I need to check for external. What is the MAC? I have given 4th interface as external. I will go to advanced 1940. Now what is the MAC address here for 1940C? Now when I go click on F5, I will assign 1.3 as external, because that is matching with my VMware bridge. Now 1.1 or 1.2, one will be acting as HA and one will be internal. Which one will be acting as internal or HA? So I will click right click. I need to see the MAC address. Vimnet 2 I have given on the 3rd interface, advanced 1936. 1936 is correspondent service 1.2. So this one I will integrate with internal, external, and management. And this one is for HA. So that is how it is important. Your MAC address should match with the MAC address of F5 interface. MAC address of F5 interface should be matched with MAC address of VMware Vimnet adapter. Very, very important. So that is how you need to take care of everything by default. Now, once you do this, let's go into configuration part. I have turned on this. I have assigned settings. Then I will turn on my machine. I have given RAM, hard disk I have taken default. Then 4 interfaces I will turn on. So what I will do, my configuration is already there. So I will delete all configuration. Factory default I am doing it. I will do everything from scratch. First part in the lab is management IP now. We have taken the setup of network. IP schema. Next part is how to configure management IP in F5. That is the second agenda of the day. That is important. You should get GUI. How you need to go? You will get this screen. You need to type command config. I will go to bash and configure. There is a command utility. Just type this. You will get this screen. After that, to configure management IP, you need to type CONF5G. I will type this. Now you will get the utility. You need to click the tab button of your laptop, Control Alt to come outside, and enter it like this. Let's say you want to come out. You need to press Control Alt. So enter, click OK. Now it's saying, do you want to use automatic configuration? No. I will select no. Now I will type tab. My management IP I'm giving 192.168.137.60. Okay. I will type OK. Subnet mask, I have given correct. So I will say config. I'll come here. I will show you again. Okay. Use automatic? No. My IP is correct. Okay. My subnet mask is correct. And do you want to create default route? You can click yes. Press OK. That's it. This is how you configure management IP in F5. I will click yes. That's it. You need to configure IP address, netmark. Default route might be required if your management subnet is connected from some other network. But in lab, you can leave it default. Generally in production environment, you need. Here it is saying me reboot required. So I will reboot. Now, once it comes up, maybe in your case, you don't need reboot, but I have configured factory default. That's why reboot is required. Now, what I have given, guys, you can also give the IP. I think many people have given. If someone is left, you can give it. I have given my IP 192.168.137.60. Now, I will go to my laptop. From laptop, I will go to my browser and type HTTPS 192.168.137.60. For PHP will come later on. First, I will configure the management IP. Okay, it's restarting. Then we will access that and then we will check the license part and resource provisioning. So meanwhile, you can also do, guys. Be ready with this. I might take one machine to show you the license part. So now my F5 will come up. I'll type OK. Now it's coming up. Once it comes up, I will try to access from GUI. I'm waiting for it. So be ready for license. I might take one machine to configure license part. See, now it has coming up. It's saying welcome to big IP. You can see this. This is my version. Now it's restarting and everything. It's turning on. So it takes 5 to 10 minutes to come up, depending on the speed and your laptop processing. So I want everyone to get this GUI access. Very, very important. Because other things you can do after GUI access. We will do license part and resource provisioning. And then we will configure network subnet there because we have configured network setup in VMware. Now we will configure network setup in F5 also. We will create VLAN. Here also we created different VLAN, right? There also we will create and layer 3 IP. So until you don't have the geo access, you will not able to configure anything. Then you will get a license. Without license also, you can not configure anything. So it's turning on. It might take few minutes more. So just hold on. For license, guys, meanwhile, it's coming up. You can request for license like this. If someone has newly joined, I will tell you how to license. Go here, type Google, type free 30 days license for F5 product trial. Now go downwards. Here you can see big IP virtual edition license. This one you need to click, and then you need to click get the free trial now. After that, you need to log in. So either you should have your account created. If you don't have an account, then it will say to create an account. You need to fill company details and everything, guys, here. I would suggest to fill email of your company, your personal company email ID. Company name should be corrected. Country should be corrected. PIN code also should be corrected. Don't fill anything fake. In that case also, it might take time. Very, very important. So you will register like name, email, and everything. After that, if you have a sign in already, click on sign in. Otherwise, just register by this. Sign in, then you need to enter your email ID. Let's say Asif. I'll sign in. I'll enter the password. It's saying that your password is not matching, not an issue. I'll back to sign in. I will type anything else. I have many accounts which I have created from different people when I am doing lab. Then I will enter password. Then I will log in. So it is signing me up. And then I will show you how to get a license. Now here you can see, close it, go to trial. I will click trials. You need to get this way your license part. So click on trials. After that, here you will see start another trial. Click on this. No, I'm not downloading on behalf of government entity. This is how you will get the license, guys. Just click free 30 days license, then click on big IP, start trial, save. Now it will start. So sometimes, guys, it takes time. Some people are saying they did not got it. If some people got it, you can help each other. But this license are free. You can test any features. You will get the license on the portal, on email also you will get, but it takes time on the email. So this is how you request for the license part, guys. Very, very simple. Just sign in. If you don't have sign in, make an account by your company email ID. Company name should be correct. Company code should be correct. Now it takes time to get the license part. Sometimes it's take very much time, so don't worry. Because F5 takes time. F5 gets lot of requests, guys. Now see, guys, I got the license right away. Not sure why people are not getting. I got it. I'll click here. Now, Guru, I can share with you if you want one license. I will share. It takes some time to open. Now I will get it. See, you will see expiration date and you will get license like this. So Guru ping me side chat here only. I will share you after this. I got the license. I can share with one of the guy or two guys. So this is how quickly I got it. I did not do anything. In front of you, I got right away. So try and right now, maybe you guys can also get it right away. But please try from one email ID. If you try a separately, it takes time. They can block you also. Try from some one email ID, takes some time. So this is how I get it. So I will get to this license. So this license key I need to use big IP ones. This is big IP. You can ignore it. I want to use this big IP virtual edition license. First, you will get two keys. First one, you can use it for 30 days. Then use another one. So let's say today, if I license the box, it will use for 30 days. Today is 4th, 5th of August. So it is valid till 4th or 2nd of September. Now you have to take care. If you want to use second key, guys, you need to renew it on 1st of September. If you forget to renew it after 2nd, then you cannot use the second key. That is very, very important, guys. Second key, if you want to reactivate, you need to renew it on before 2nd. Because if you forget and try to use on 3rd, it will not help you. Now, let's see whether my F5 is up. Okay, my F5 is up. Now, let's try to access my GUI. So simple steps we have. Now I will type 192, my IP, HTTPS 137.60. Simple. My username and password in GUI is, username is admin and password is admin. That's it. I will enter. So this screen you should get, guys. Now you will get this screen. I hope everyone has got it.